You hang up the phone or close the door after a visit, and suddenly you feel completely exhausted. Not just tired, but drained, foggy, irritable, maybe even a little guilty or anxious, though you can't quite explain why. That feeling, that deep emotional drain, isn't in your head. It's the calling card of what many people describe as an energy vampire. This term refers to someone who, consciously or not, feeds on the emotional energy of others to fill their own emptiness. It's a quiet form of emotional warfare. These individuals are often deeply self-absorbed, and their behavior tends to overlap with traits of narcissism. They leave you feeling depleted because, in their presence, your needs, your feelings, and even your energy become a resource to consume. In our daily lives, whether it's an old friend, a neighbor, or even a family member, these interactions can quietly erode our peace of mind. But how do you spot them? And once you do, how do you protect your peace without starting a war? Today, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. We'll look at the subtle signs that reveal an energy-draining personality and then explore the quiet, powerful ways to reclaim your energy and emotional balance. The first and most common type is what I call the conversation hijacker. You start sharing something you're excited about, maybe good news about your children or a new hobby you've picked up. But before you've even finished your thought, they've turned the spotlight back to themselves. They might one-up you with their own story or twist the moment into a tale of their latest problem. Suddenly, your excitement feels small. You're left holding your story, unheard and unseen. This isn't a one-time thing, it's a pattern. They don't ask questions. They don't celebrate your wins. The whole purpose of the conversation, for them, is to talk about their favorite subject themselves. The next type is the perennial victim. This person lives under a constant gray cloud and nothing is ever their fault. Their boss is unfair. Their family doesn't understand them. The world just won't give them a break. They draw you in with an endless stream of complaints and crises. And your role in their unwritten script is the rescuer, the fixer, the comforter, the listener. But here's the trap. They never actually want your solutions. Because if they solve their problems, they'd lose their best way to get attention. So you keep pouring empathy into a bottomless cup, trying to fix something that was never meant to be fixed. Then comes the subtle underminer. This one's tricky because they wear the mask of just joking or trying to help. They're the masters of the backhanded compliment. "Oh, that's a lovely outfit. So brave of you to wear such a bold color." Or, "You finished that big project? That's nice. Must be a relief to finally have it done." Their words sound harmless, but they're designed to make you shrink, to make you doubt yourself. Over time, these small stings chip away at your confidence. You start to brace yourself every time they speak. And after 60, when peace becomes your most valuable possession, this quiet erosion of your joy is something you simply can't afford. Finally, there's the chaos creator. This person thrives on drama. If there isn't any, they'll create it. They gossip, they stir conflict. They'll pit people against each other telling you, John said something about you the other day, just to get a reaction. They live for the emotional highs and lows they can trigger in others. Being around them feels unstable, even anxious, like walking on eggshells, never knowing what small thing will explode next. So, once you recognize these patterns, what do? Because confronting them directly, saying you're toxic and I'm done, often backfires. That's exactly the kind of drama they crave. The secret is to step away quietly. The first and most effective technique is the gray rock method. Energy vampires crave big, emotional reactions, your anger, your sympathy, your defense. But a gray rock is the most boring thing in the world. So when you go gray rock, you become calm and unreactive. You don't argue, you don't explain, you don't share personal details. When they complain, you respond simply, "I see." When they gossip, you say, "I hadn't heard that." When they pry, you answer, "I'm not sure." You become dull, steady, uninterested. And over time, they'll lose interest because no one tries to feed off a stone. Next is the slow fade. This is the art of quietly taking your time back. You don't need a confrontation, you just start becoming less available. You take longer to respond to their texts. You let calls go to voicemail. When they ask to meet, you're busy, no need to explain why. Each small delay creates space, and that space becomes freedom. Gradually, they move from the center of your world to the outer edge until they're gone. And finally, there's the firm boundary. This one is clear, calm, and kind, never harsh. It's about stating your limits and holding them. When they start venting again, you might say, "I understand that's frustrating, but I only have 5 minutes to talk right now." And then end the call in 5 minutes. Or if they bring up a topic that drains you, simply say, "I'm not in a position to discuss that." No excuses, no apologies, just facts. This teaches them that your peace is not up for negotiation. Reclaiming your energy from a toxic person is not cruelty, it's self-preservation. Your peace of mind is a precious, non-renewable resource. You have every right to protect it, to choose relationships that nourish you, not drain you. Because at this stage of life, your time, your energy, and your inner calm are sacred. So let me ask you, have you ever had to deal with an energy vampire in your own life? What helped you reclaim your peace? Share your story in the comments. It might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. And if this topic resonated with you, I'd love to have you join our community here at Everwise Living. Subscribe for more thoughtful videos on emotional well-being, healthy aging, and building a life that stays strong inside and out. Thank you for being here and for choosing peace with us at Everwise Living.